Winstrike might want to pick up a tankier support because the way I'm seeing it is that this is a free game for Tiny. Everywhere he goes, he finds kills.
dies. Yeah.
So
That's true.
I think you want to pick up something a little bit tankier. But that's just focusing on one tiny aspect of the draft. So
Tanky heroes, yeah.
we see an Abaddon. Is that the direction we want to go?
Abaddon's like, I don't know, it feels weak though.
Okay, Death Prophet. Pretty good lane for Death Prophet. Nothing right now deals too well
So
against her.
they're going all in on this physical damage. Like Death Prophet is a lot of it is physical. It's good synergy with the Venge, but it just feels like this Wyvern pick is getting stronger.
Sure. I mean, technically, Venge could swap somebody out of a bad curse situation, but you generally don't want to be in that spot in the first place.
What I'm feeling right now is we're likely gonna see like this Venge and Prophet being the support duo, and they're gonna pick another. Like I guess it's really open for them for Winstrike, but they have to pick first, and Mineski are the ones having the last pick here, so they can actually react towards whatever Winstrike is throwing at them. And like I mentioned, it's still quite ambiguous. Tiny can go carry, Tiny can go mid. Brave King can go off lane, can go carry, but we've seen I think mostly off lanes right now.
I feel like Winstrike, their draft is really lacking a way to start the team fight. I don't think you can really rely on your Venge stunning or swapping, right?
You kind of want to swap the safe heroes in most cases.
Yeah, so I'm feeling like more of a traditional... I know you said there's no like lanes anymore, but like a traditional off laner that could jump in and stun and start the fight.
Screw it and just pick all for the lanes, you know, just pick a strong lane.
Sure.
What strong lane?
Bounty Hunter was the ban for Mineski. That's very interesting.
10 seconds remaining.
I guess CM and Wyvern, you're prone to getting harassed and killed by the multi. I'm not sure about this. Maybe it has something to do with their last pick.
Okay, Brewmother ban.
I mean, it's good ban. Like I mentioned, things you don't really want to play against Druid.
Any possibility of the Venge being a carry Venge? And
it's definitely possible,
pick up a
but
support?
I'm not too big of a fan of it. The other thing they could do with the draft is pick a Drow.
Okay, yeah.
So they have this Drow Venge, there's 5 range, but
really squishy, dude.
Yeah, but everyone dies to Tiny. But I don't know. I don't know what they can pick to deal with this Tiny now. Like any tanky heroes. Life Stealer, but Life Stealer would mean that someone has to. I don't know who's gonna go off lane then, because it'll be. Because Life Stealer is
Death Prophet off lane. We've seen it before.
I mean, Life Stealer is a good way to deal with the Tiny, but then again, there's the Wyvern there. So Wyvern's like gonna make life miserable for the Life Stealer.
You know, I really like the Drow suggestion. Like, it's really bad against Tiny in the mid game, but you just beat them in the lane, right? Okay, Earthshaker is gonna be the pick.
Someone got promoted to a core. I guess it's the Prophet, or maybe the Earthshaker is the core.
Sure. What does Earthshaker give you? That initiation that I mentioned earlier, or
not really,
defensive stun, I guess?
Defensive stun, yeah. Not really that tanky. Just team fight. Like team fight hero and someone that can... I mean, Earthshaker is pretty decent at lanes right now. I feel like you can actually play Earthshaker. You start with Stout Shield, and you go to the lane and just tank some damage for the off laner. Because you have more regen right now.
The passive base HP regen.
I mean, it does give them a lot of like ways of counter initiating against because like Brave King and Tiny, you want to jump and start the fights. So Earthshaker can then see how things go, protect his team, come in with a big echo. I mean, it's a reasonable pick. Like I mentioned, like the last pick feels like I'm not sure what they want to go for. You know, it's like there's no clear good pick. So for Mineski, they see this, they can decide what they want to react to. Are they gonna be happy with the mid Tiny or carry Tiny and pick another good matchup against the DP?
I feel like 4 picks in, Mineski is the one that's more advantage in the drafting position. They have
they have a lot of heroes they can pick. Like maybe Tinker can be good here because they don't really have very good ways of catching him. I mean, you can Sprout to give vision, all of that, but lane matchup wise.
Bloodseeker.
They have CM. CM Bloodseeker is a really strong combination because when you pick CM, it means every lane is going to be throwing out a lot of spells to harass the enemy team. Everybody's going to be low. Then Bloodseeker will be, thank you team. I'm going to proceed and dominate my lane because of that. And obviously Bloodseeker is really good counter towards Death Prophet. Because once you pop your ulti, you want to keep chasing and do damage. Rupture prevents that from happening. And he deals with the swap as well because you can't swap your teammate because you take damage from Rupture.
And on the offensive side, think about what you could put the buff on. Put on Tiny. Just goes ham and kills even more
yeah,
hero.
it's also pretty good synergy with the Wyvern because you curse maybe like 2 heroes, then you set up for a Blood Rite.
Sure.
I think overall it's a pretty solid pick, a very good last pick there. Good synergy with their lineup.
Seconds remaining.
Very good at dealing with the enemy lineup. As we mentioned earlier, it's great against Klings as well because Klings you have to rely on the mobility to do damage and kill heroes in the fights, chasing around. The Rupture is gonna make life really difficult for him. So I think if Windstrike doesn't do well in the lanes, they're just gonna be run over, I feel. It's very difficult for their heroes to to do what they want to do in the game.
And what's like the percentage chance of them doing well on the lane? Because I don't feel like they have winning lanes.
I don't even feel their lanes are better.
Yeah.
I feel like I mean their lanes are not that bad because they have the Prophet and it's going to be a support Prophet with Venge. So I think their lanes are quite decent. But Mineski's lanes are also CM and Wyvern. It means there's going to be a lot of spam with the Wraith King. So I think the Bloodseeker, there's a very good chance. Maybe they're gonna draw the other 2 lanes. I think all they need to is like just not lose the top and bottom. I'm not even gonna say they want to win the top and bottom lanes. They just need to like go 5-5, and Bloodseeker will just destroy the middle lane because you're gonna get a lot of damage from the curse.
Well, you heard it here. Mineski game plan just to do okay in the lane, whereas Windstrike, really need to dominate to have a chance because their draft.
And on top of things, Mineski's lanes are actually not that weak. I'm just saying they don't really need to win their lanes to win the game. They just need to draw them and win the mid lane. But if you think about their side lanes, Wraith King and I'm not sure it's gonna. It could be Wraith King and Wyvern. It might not be Wraith King and CM. I think it could be either way. But I would prefer the Wyvern with the Wraith King if you ask me, and CM with the Tiny.
So earlier you were talking about one of the builds that you go for Wraith King is you pick up an early Soul Ring for even more harass.
Oh yeah.
Would you do that with the CM on your team or you skip it?
Not this game. I think the other reason you go Soul Ring is against mana burn like Weaver, Phantom Lancers.
Right.
So you want to have the Soul Ring to always have your ulti up. But otherwise I don't think you go for Soul Ring here. I think this game Soul Ring is not needed on the Wraith King.
Yeah, the 800 gold is actually quite a bit of investment and will delay your Blink Daggers and whatnot.
This game I think you probably want to have Blade Mail Blink. I think Blade Mail Blink sounds fantastic for me this game. If you're really rich, you can go Radiance. But I think otherwise the Bloodseeker will be the one to get. Like I think either one of these heroes will be buying Radiance. The other items that he could consider is maybe a Maelstrom. Maelstrom could be good this game too, because there's going to be a lot of Treant. And we'll see Rune battles here about to happen.
Seems like we're going to see a 2-2 split unless...
Prophet is running away though. Like usually Prophet, when you have Prophet it means that you're going to secure the runes. But what Mineski did here is they brought 3 heroes bot to secure this area. But on the other hand, so they're going to lose the top area. So it's a draw, 2 runes apiece.
Yep.
So, and Japs is going to be the one staying bot.
Double Stout Shield on Tiny. Is this the standard now? Because mathematically double Stout Shield
great against, I think it's great against like Summon.
Okay.
Like the Prophet, he's expecting a Prophet lane. But Prophet is going to be bottom, so yeah.
That is unfortunate for him. Stun immediately being dropped out here on Silent. Not going to really kill or anything, just
harass.
Good harass, but he's taking way more damage back.
This is the name of the game. They want to harass so that Moon on the Bloodseeker will be able to dominate instantly.
Okay. Oh, another stun flying out.
Now and this is so annoying with the... This is how you play the Wyvern support now. You don't get your Q... I mean Arctic Burn at level 1. You get your Splinter Blast on the off lane when you're playing with the off laner. Just spam the lane out, try to get level 2 faster than the enemy, and you do a lot of damage in the process.
I mean, the problem with Arctic Burn was that you use it once and you're just done for a minute.
The cooldown is so long. And top lane, the same thing is going to be done by the bench with the Terra. You Terra and you push out the wave, you try to get level 2 faster. But the bench with the Earthshaker is not like a really scary lane.
Yep.
It's okay, but I don't think they'll be able to dominate the Tiny and the CM too much. I think Tiny and CM should be able to win this lane. And bot lane, I think, because they have the Prophet usually is going to be able to secure the lane. Even though it's against the Wyvern and the Wraith King. The Wraith King is not getting CS. He's so far only gotten 1 creep. The Treant summon is just annoying ISSIC on the Wraith King a lot. So far I think you almost use up all his regen.
Yeah, Ice 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 already chewed through one of his Mango, has 2 more. What we just saw there is an interaction that we're going to see a lot more this game, is that Silent using that strafe to dodge the stuns incoming from Ice Ice Ice. One of the big reasons why we see...
you can also dodge the blast, the splinter blast.
Yep.
And
any kind of disjointable projectile.
Yeah, actually talk about it. Their lane is actually... This lane is actually just gonna beat the Wyvern and the Wraith King. Because you can just dodge everything with the strafe.
Well, I mean, one of the downside for the Clinkz is that his mana cost is pretty heavy as well, so he can't really spam it too much.
But he's gonna get like stick charges.
Sure, yeah.
Like this is the way he's gonna get all this extra mana that he needs, even though he doesn't have the CM aura. So Arctic Burn spam. Wyvern's gonna be low on mana, so we'll see whether the Crystal Maiden decides to get 1 more point in aura next to help his team. I think it's quite a good option here when you always have the Bloodseeker on your team mid lane.
Yeah, we're gonna see a Magic Missile start things up. Looks like DP does not want to follow through. Did not have the Soul Siphon, so a little unfortunate there.
Yep, so far still even Stevens here in the mid lane. 15 CS apiece on the DP and the Bloodseeker. The nerf is actually quite significant on the passive of the Bloodseeker from the last patch. He's no longer that strong anymore in the early phases. And DP with the Spirit Siphon, you can actually just still stand toe-to-toe as long as the Bloodseeker doesn't get too much damage.
Yeah, the side lanes are trying their best to actually stack on the damage, but...
Yeah, look at the HP, like everyone is quite healthy except for the Clinkz right now. So the Bloodseeker is not getting too much damage from the passive.
The funny thing is that, like you mentioned, the laning stage is so important. A lot of these people are just...
Oh, top lane, a toss onto the range creep here. Well played by Mushi on the Tiny, getting the first blood. Like I said, this lane, CM Tiny is gonna beat the Earthshaker and the bench.
Looks like it was a run up and a toss back into the range creep, and that was a kill. Looks like we're gonna see a port to the mid lane. Moon needs a little bit of regen.
Oh, just TP here to salve him.
I mean,
that's a homie right there.
Yeah, laning is super important. He is gonna secure one of the runes as well, so...
oh my god. That is how important it is for the Bloodseeker.
Always want to fly.
He couldn't use the courier.
Gonna get chased down, but gonna run up the hill.
So Bounty Runes coming up in 40 seconds. Teams are already starting to set things up here. You wanna like push out the wave so you can secure the Bounty Runes in a bit. But so far the laning phase, Bloodseeker and DP going even, and Mineski and Windstrike winning the top and bottom lane 1 apiece. Obviously bottom lane won by Windstrike and top lane won by Mineski. So quite an even game so far.
And that, going back to what you said in the draft, Mineski is okay with that, whereas Windstrike really need to win harder.
Yep. But we see Ice 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 here using the Skeletons. They're trying to...
Oh, big crit.
He's actually going to go for the kill.
He needs another crit. Won't get it, but forces a TP out. But the runes is going to get secure now.
Yep.
Mineski grabs 3 of them.
3? Oh,
good. Now Silent
good play.
I mean, he has strafe, so he can dodge his sun. Oh, he baited it out. So...
Jabate and the taunt.
And that's a pretty decent cooldown on that strafe, so...
How long is it?
20 seconds?
Oh, 20 seconds.
Yeah. I like how Clinkz don't even get Windwalk anymore. Yeah, you could just use strafe as a defensive mechanism instead.
So what is going to happen in the next couple of minutes? I guess if you talk about rotations, it's probably just maybe the Prophet TPing to secure a kill mid lane. Like if you can get a kill when the DP is level 6, you kill and pressure a tower, that would be nice.
He has Quelling Blade though, Moon, so it's gonna be hard to use Sprout in a good way.
Yeah, it depends on like the situation. Maybe you can use it to block him instead of trapping him inside the Sprout. But yeah, I get what you mean. It's gonna be difficult for him to try and gank there. So, and top lane as well is not an easy lane to gank because their top lane is their weaker lane, the Bench and Earthshaker lane.
Yeah. ED on Moon here, he does have Rupture available. I wonder if he's going to be actively looking for a solo kill. No, Rupture's going to get used immediately. Iceberg will run to his tower.
Just to force maybe some reaction. He knows he can't really kill him. Okay. And the Bench is here, so...
Yeah. Meanwhile, it looks like Shaker has gone down once again. Mid lane though. Good Death Prophet using the ultimate. Moon is going to just man up on Iceberg.
And he's so fast. Yeah. Everyone, like 3 heroes are low on the enemy team. Now that was, you see the sequence of events. The Rupture made a rotation, like made the enemy react and rotate towards middle lane. Once they saw the bench mid, they went on top lane right away because they know top is alone, and they killed the top lane. So these are all the small little things that actually set up kills on other lanes.
Moon getting siphoned up again. The Ghost Lady, the ultimate should be running out, but one more Crypt Swarm is going to get the kill. There's the stick, and Moon going to get Crypt Swarm down. That's a straight up solo kill. And I think he'll make it out of there just fine. Phase Boot deliver as well, so yeah, good solo pickup here by Iceberg.
Yeah, very important kill there for Winstrike. Because like I mentioned earlier, the other team that has to do well on the laning phase. Otherwise, they're going to be having a much harder time coming to the mid game.
Yeah, you were talking about how the Bloodseeker is a very important part of this Mineski draft, and the fact that he just solo died there without getting the first Rupture kill kind of slows him down a little bit.
Yep. So right now, I think things are going to go back to some farming. So both teams wanting to get some crucial levels on their heroes, and because Death Prophet just used her ultimate, they're probably going to chill for a minute. Also, try to get as much farm and levels. I think once Klings has his treads, he's going to start to want to move, and obviously at least a point in the skeleton walk.
Alright,
right, this Klings is just such a direct counter in the lane towards his Wraith King. You can never land a stun on him.
Well, skeleton walk's going to get used. No, there was a sentry, but not going to drop it for that one.
Top lane, Mineski proceeding to pressure the lane that they want. Bringing the Bloodseeker in as well.
Yeah, it looks like they're gonna just backdoor this tower pretty easily.
Gonna give the last hit to the Tiny.
Yep.
Radiant's top tower has fallen.
He's chosen to max toss. I think I've seen a lot more players max the tree troll right now since the buff. I'm not sure which one is the best.
Maybe because he feels like he has a CM aura, he could be spamming a little bit more.
Yeah, true. But it's still a lot of damage though with the... I'm not sure. Because I don't play Tiny a lot, but I'll just watch how everything plays out. He has Aquila, I guess he's gonna get a Blink this game, or maybe a Shadow Blade, either one. Which one is better this game?
I feel like Blink gives you so many free pickoffs situation.
Yeah, but Shadow Blade gives you more like scaling potential. I would say bot lane. We see an aggressive move here by Mineski. Wraith King has his ultimate, but seems like Jeff's gonna play with his life here. No points in. Oh,
miss uphill. He's gonna just walk away. Another Crypt Swarm should be able to get the kill. Nice snipe here from
by the edge of the AoE. But because of that movement there,
that was 4 heroes rotating bottom. So Mineski is just gonna pressure top and middle.
And they're gonna get ready the defenses here. CM is ready. PP ulti getting popped. Wyvern is gonna move in to try and defend here. 10-minute rune spawning. Very important, the runes.
Always want to fly. Very low as well here. Windstrike trying to TP out.
Oh,
no fear is going to be dead. He sprouts himself and looks like he won't TP out.
You should have just taken the runes, not TP out. The runes are really important.
The rune's more important than your life.
That's as a support. Yeah. Getting the rune is like, for the whole team, it's like nothing if you die. As long as you don't lose too much gold.
Oh, Nagrata walks right into a sentry. Dusts it up as well.
Oh,
no mana for Frostbite.
Did Mineski get all the runes?
I want to say they got 3.
Oh, they got 4?
They got all 4.
Yeah, they got all 4. Oh dear, that was a big move that they defended their tier 1. They got all 4 runes that killed a hero. Things are not looking good right now here for Winstrike. That was the Exorcism pop, so they're gonna have to wait a while before they can be aggressive. Did they actually give the tomb to someone? They need level 6 on the Prophet or the bench ASAP.
Looks like Mushi, by the way, is going to go for that Blink Dagger. If he doesn't die here, Sprout is going to eat out of it, but great Fissure block here. And looks like Always Wanna Fly will pick up that kill.
That was quite careless, because they have a ward there, and I guess they smoked, right? I didn't see.
I think Klings just used Skeletal Walk to...
Okay, then that was careless, because no one was showing in middle and bot. He tried to farm one more wave before he ran away, because he was really close to his Blink. Greedy. Pay the price, but at the same time his team is using the space that he created. Ice is pressuring bottom lane with his skeletons, and mid lane's pushed out before that. So they're gonna have double blade mills very soon, which is really good against the DP ultimate. We see a TP in here, but always want to fly, trying to catch out Jabs.
Jabs gonna get stunned, I think, by the missile. Oh, no, Winter's Curse just to use as a disengage. Iceberg coming in, no Yule Scepter
bringing
just
in
yet.
way too many heroes right now. And you see, because they are overcommitting on this, even if the Wyvern dies is whatever, they get so much space in the middle and top. And Tiny has a blink right now. This is not a good kill for Windstrike. And they're gonna lose. What?
Wait.
What did he die to? The
Oh,
skeletons?
the skeletons, yeah.
What?
I just looked away. I'm like, oh yeah, he's fine.
Yeah, those things do a lot of damage.
Yeah. Looks like Blade Mail is finished on the Tiny, or sorry, on the Red King, like you mentioned. An immediate smoke here by Mineski. They do have to blink on Mushi.
And they have a ward on the CM. They're gonna place an aggressive ward and they're gonna try to kill
Silent, I guess.
Hero.
Yeah, Silent's absolutely dead. Blink, Avatos back.
Oh.
They were thinking about using Rupture.
They would have been perfect if he got the Rupture off there. Instant
A very stylish kill.
Yep. Very stylish kill. Points for style. But doesn't matter, they got the job done, so they still got the kill. Disregarding the style points.
So if you're Mineski, what are you looking to do to kind of press the advantage? Are we looking to take tier 2 towers? Are we looking at Roshan?
Roshan definitely something that they want to look out for. If the DP doesn't have ultimate, then basically right now they have to play around Iceberg's ultimate.
Okay.
When Iceberg has ultimate, try to dodge.
Nice Yule Scepter, but here comes Wraith King and the zombie. He's going to be right on Always Want to Fly. Mushi will land that stun as well. He's going to trade at least 1-for-1. The magic stick keeping Mushi alive for now. The Vengelusia chasing him down, but now it's going the other way. Iceberg going to get huge crit down. No Fear is about to go down. Looks like the Moon should be able to pick it up. No, he's going to just TP home. Ice will cancel that TP. At the end of the day, though, Mushi survives all of that. Picks up 3 more kills for the team.
This is the main difference with Tiny getting such a good game and the Klings. Like the carries, if you look at the comparison of the carries, the Tiny is doing a lot more work than the Klings. And Klings is the one that he has to move around to, when DP doesn't have ulti, he has to be the one moving around to try to, because Earthshaker is trying to farm his blink.
Right.
So one of the cores always needs to try and make space and do something. If everyone is farming, somebody is gonna die. That's basically my rule of thumb. You cannot have every single core trying to farm at the same time.
Good deny here by Silent on the ward. And to be fair, I don't feel like this is a particularly good
bot lane. Mushi gonna get a solo kill here possibly?
Very tanky. Oh, the tree toss not gonna be enough.
That would have been a really big kill, but he bought his blink.
Yeah.
So just in the nick of time here. You can see the pressure that this Tiny with this early blink is putting onto Windstrike.
He might get punished once again for a little bit of greed. Always Want to Fly coming in. There's that magic missile. There's a minus armor. Mushi gonna go down. Even swap being used.
Yeah, a bit too greedy there. He just tried to kill the Earthshaker.
Iceberg now runs into Jab. Yule Scepter puts him up in the air. Looks like Wyvern's gonna go down. She flies over the hill. Blink Fissure's gonna miss. Curse thought about using it. Jab's gonna run up the hill just fine. Maybe Prophet could come in and snipe him down. But looks like he's gonna just TP home, recognizing that.
Mushi has been playing quite sloppy this last few minutes. The 2 deaths that he gave away actually gave Windstrike a lot.
Meanwhile, Ninja Boogie runs right into No Fear, who took the bounty room away from him. Frostbite into Freezing Field. Not enough lucky bounces or lucky procs to get that one.
So the Prophet is building a Necrobook. So they are planning to push and try to play around the DP ultimate. Oh, big kill there onto the Echo Stem, onto the Bloodseeker. So they have to get the ball rolling right now. Kill tower, pressure, play around the DP ultimate. And the Necrobook coming out from the Prophet soon.
Necrobook always a good item to pressure Wraith King mid lane. Wraith King's gonna pop that Blade Mail, but that's gonna be his first life forfeited. Anybody holding in to help him out? Looks like that won't be the case here. Silent Fissure is gonna be there as well. And that is gonna be a wasted Wraith King ultimate. Tiny comes in a little bit too late. Might be in a little bit of trouble himself. Winter's Curse being set up here. Oh, Freezing Field. Or sorry, Frost Nova's gonna pick up the 1 kill. And then the Winter's Curse setting up another as well. Ninja Boogie taking a ton of damage here from Silent, but the heal from Wyvern, that Fissure pretty good though. Isolating Crystal Maiden away, but Crystal Maiden actually picks up the kill on the other end. And Avatos back into Jabs, and Nangrata is going to go down. So it seems like all these chaotic fight really helping out Mineski, and Bloodseeker wasn't even in any of that.
He died earlier.
Yeah.
what he did was just gave vision for the CM to frostbite the Klings in the pit. But the two supports, you can see here, the CM and the Wyvern, creating a huge amount of slow and AoE damage during the fight with the Nova, the Freezing Field, the Curse. And Wraith King just like took too long to die.
Yeah. I thought that the team rotated a little bit too slowly, but
Yep. They just didn't
Just
have
in time.
Didn't have enough burst there to kill because they didn't have Echo Slam. They used Echo Slam earlier in the bot lane to kill the Birdseeker, so they didn't have that burst damage there. You see how they are skilling this bench. He's maxing his auras and the Terra. So this is just telling us the story that Windstrike wants to group up, take towers, and try to end the game ASAP.
yep.
And with the Necrobook on the Prophet, like you mentioned, pretty good against the Wraith King. Before Wraith King has level 20, so he's always going to be susceptible to that mana burn and rendering his ultimate useless. But I mentioned this before, if you're really worried about that, you could just get a Soul Ring.
Sure.
A smoke here, they're going to pop the smoke. Sentry, dead hero.
Freezing Field's gonna be there. Oh, Prophet completed that TP. I don't think he wants to be in here.
Maybe he
but
wants
no.
to, here's the backup.
Okay, well, now Crystal Maiden in a little bit of trouble. Crystal Maiden, though, pretty tanky. Mushi comes back in, and here comes a Bloodseeker. It is going to be a big rundown. Look at how fast Moon is running. Going to go in the bottom lane. That is a Shaker being surrounded from all sides. No respect to that Echo Slam. Now everyone's going to pour back out. It's going to be a defense up on top. They're going to catch the Death Prophet as well.
Yep.
All over the map. Manesi dominating.
Good setup there. The Wyvern was like camping the top lane. Kurtz set up the TPs because he knows that his team just lost the fight. I mean, Windstrike just lost the fight bottom, so the other hero is not going to want to go back to fight. He's going to try to farm and split push wherever he can and just sets up an all-important kill there for his team. Well played by Jabs there.
And now I feel like the map has shrunk to a point where Windstrike can't really play their heroes anymore. They are building their items for a group up and push, but really hard to do it when you're losing so many team fights so early on.
Yeah, just the difficulty of their lineup.
Yeah.
That's why I said they have to do really well in their lanes. And coming off 50, what happened was the laning phase went 50-50.
Yeah.
And Minesi's heroes are just better later at team fighting, and Tiny having just a great start that he had, putting on so much. Even though he was sloppy at times, he gave away kills unnecessarily, but still you could see the impact of Tiny putting on the enemy team. You're supposed to, you know, with Prophet push out the lanes all the time, but you see the Prophet, like Nofir is really scared, you know, it's like he can only push from with his creeps. He doesn't know where's the Tiny because he dies so easily to the gank from Tiny alone. And the vision here, if Minesi can just put deep vision in, that would be great for them. That's the next thing that I want to accomplish. Have deep vision on across the lanes, I would say.
Ninja checking the high ground ward. Meanwhile, there is a smoke up here for Windstrike, but it does not seem like they know where they want to go. Nice Gant catching.
They have to win a fight here with all the ultimates of the Echo and the DP ultimate. If they can win a fight now and transition into Roche, that would be perfect for them. And Mineski has to be careful for that, to not allow that to happen. Maybe Wraith King can just run around, try to bait with the ultimate. 20-minute runes, Mineski's gonna pick up the 2 top runes. Snowflake's gonna TP bot.
He takes one and just runs.
Yeah, he's so scared.
Yeah.
He doesn't see anything. Look at that vision. There's like one ward in the middle lane. That's about it.
Yeah.
They don't see anything at all in the map.
That tiny factor. Oh god, I pressed the Radiant Vision.
Oh, top lane. Silent. Gets away in the nick of time.
I will take a quick moment to switch the hotkey back for Visions.
In the meantime, don't worry, nothing's happening. So everyone's just like scared because both teams' vision don't really see the enemy heroes. So they are both very cautious at the moment. And Ice finds, oh, there's still a bounty rune here.
Yeah. Well, because Nofir was so afraid to. He needs to change his name after this game because
I saw that coming.
Alright, can we talk about the Radiance? You mentioned that Ice can go into it, or the Bloodseeker, so why do you think it's better this game for Ice to build it instead of the Bloodseeker?
And whoever is richer.
Okay.
But I guess because the Bloodseeker went for, he feels like he needs a BKB to fight.
Sure.
And Wraith King, you don't really need BKB on Wraith King.
I mean, technically the mana burn is a cause for concern, but they're ahead.
Then you can tell I think, guys, no problem.
Yeah.
I buy Radiance, I farm to level 20, I click on my right talent. Voila. I am not afraid of mana burn anymore.
Alright. Aeon Disc picked up here on Iceberg.
Yep. pretty good solution against the Tiny because you don't want to get bursted right away.
Always want to fly. Runs right into the crowd of Dire Heroes. Mineski will get the insta-kill. Any attempt to go into Roshan just yet for Mineski, you think?
But it's still dangerous when DPS ultimate, Earthshaker's ultimate.
Sure, jabs running right into Silent. That is going to be a free pickoff. Blink Dagger, by the way, on the Winter Wyvern. Pretty standard kind of luxury build for the position 4 support.
Yeah, you definitely need the item on that hero because you want to land a good curse. You have to have a positioning item. And mid lane,
Death Prophet.
Rupture on Death Prophet.
Oh
yeah,
no.
he's popped already.
It's a very bad position, just away from his team. Still at half HP though, doing quite a bit with his ultimate, but not going to be enough here. Moon picks up the kill, regains quite a bit of HP, and this is that Bloodseeker team fight that you're talking about.
Gee.
Pretty good ultimate on the back line here, but Shaker a little bit too late to the party, and Mineski gonna get a clean 5-0. They could get a tier 2 if they want, they could get Roche if they want.
That was like 4 against 5, right? Because Wyvern was dead from the start.
Yeah, and the problem is that even though it was 4 against 5, Windstrike came in, like, we're gonna look at that replay one more time. It's Death Prophet 1 versus 4, and then Silent 1 versus 4, and then Shaker 1 versus 4. Even though you had the number advantage, the way that they came in was just not optimal.
It's just the matchup, bro, like we discussed earlier during the draft. Like, Bloodseeker limits a lot of the damage potential on like DP and Clings. When you get Ruptured, you're not going to do damage. That's what happened then. Iceberg got Ruptured, he couldn't move. He did a really good job at staying alive for a long period of time, but he's the damage dealer.
Sure.
If he's not doing damage, then how are they killing heroes? And that was a 4 against 5. This shows a lot about how much Mineski's lineup counteracts Windstrike's heroes with this Bloodseeker pick.
Yeah, the Bloodseeker also kind of takes away the Venge save, right? Because normally in that case, Venge is like, yeah, we swap you out, but...
Oh, you want to swap him out? Sure.
Thanks for the damage, bro.
Basically, what they can hope for right now is they have to try and, when they have their next set of ultimates up, they need to get a jump, initiate the start a fight with the Earthshaker. That's the best case scenario. Take one hero out and take the fight from there.
Yeah, technically they do have enough physical damage to burst anybody down with the Clings.
If they get the jump.
If they get the jump. Like, if they get a Blink Fissure.
But they don't want to go on ice. They want to go on everyone else.
Yep.
And when they're going on anyone else, they have to make sure they deal with the Wyvern as well. Because otherwise the Wyvern will just save the guy getting jumped on.
Silent just takes that double damage right away from Mushi.
It's just so difficult for them to get a favorable fight because of how their lineups match up against each other. And now Radiant's completed on the Red King. Oh boy, and he has a gem too. So Windstrike, do they have any big items coming up next? Kling's still quite far from BKB. Death Prophet doesn't feel like he's going to be able to get anything soon. Not sure though, even the BKB doesn't feel like it's gonna change too much because you're gonna get Ruptured and you're not moving.
Right. Do you think maybe Aeon Disc would be a little bit, or not Aeon Disc, Lincoln Sphere rather?
But the thing is, he's also worried about the stuns from the Tiny and the Kling.
Sure.
Like because he has to use the Strafe to kill heroes, then he won't have it to dodge the stun from the Wraith King. And there's also the boss fight which you can't dodge.
Tiny.
His bench is like free kill the whole game.
We said in the draft, this is a pretty free game for Tiny, and we're just seeing it over and over.
Yeah, Tiny feels like
Under attack.
he's gonna be a really strong pick so far. I know like the few days before I left to come over to Vancouver, I've already been seeing a lot of like the week before I left, a lot of like Tiny picks in pubs. I feel like the buff has actually made the hero quite viable and quite strong.
What are the specific buffs?
On the tree throw, the splash, and because the meta is also favoring laning phase and deny, you can always deny creeps with the tree throw and the tree grab. I mean, he's just generally really suitable in the meta. He's a pretty good 2-1-2 hero.
Mineski laying a trap here on the mid lane. See Shaker popping out. Uh-oh, not like this here. Blink, Avatos, the Enchant Totem helping out a little bit. But now Crystal Maiden comes in, sets up another kill from Mushi. And they maybe think about high ground, always want to fly, barely runs up the hill into safety.
Look at where the Prophet is farming, the Nature's Prophet.
Safest place, man, in their jungle.
That's when you know the game is going bad.
They don't even care about him. As he tries to like creep skip and
we have
all
a
that
creep
stuff.
wave here and they have glyph. They can glyph if they need to.
Okay, they run up the hill. Nice kind of a nuke here. Picks up the creep wave.
They should have actually glyphed when Prophet ultimate there.
Yeah,
I
left the creep
mean the
wave.
dire offense.
Dire offensive
Yeah.
gift.
Is under attack.
Oh,
They had glyph, right? Yeah, they have glyph.
yeah, they're gonna stun here, silence. They won't get the tier 3, and I think that's all they could get.
Yep, they can't push.
Tower is under attack.
Okay. Curse for the retreat.
They have the lane, the creep at top lane, so they can still continuously pressure.
I mean, they could probably just go back, take the shrines, wait a little bit.
Radiant's top tower has fallen.
Roshan is still... They still have Aegis, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
So I don't think they are waiting for anything. Brave King has 4k gold. I mean, having
For how many?
AC...
Yeah.
If they have AC now, that would be nice, but I think Tiny wants the AC.
Radiant's top
For the reasons that we mentioned earlier during the draft,
So
just
they're going for another AC on the Bloodseeker.
okay, double AC.
I mean, the Radiant lineup is all about physical damage.
Sure.
So why not?
Alright. Smoked up here, Mineski. Cutting across the jungle. They're walking uphill without any vision. Meanwhile, Jabs is setting up a Blink Curse, so if he sees a couple of heroes...
Cooldown. Still on cooldown, 20
Okay.
seconds.
JK. Oh, that is going to be Nangreta in a lot of trouble. Nice offensive Yo here. Mushi missing that avalanche. Toss and swap away. Ninja Boogie, no point. They really want that Shaker, and looks like they're not going to get anybody. Shaker still running away. Blink getting cancelled by the urn. He needs some very good Juke Nova giving vision. And Freezing Field gonna get enough slow. That's gonna be only one kill. Not that bad, honestly, for the team. But now Ice finds Iceberg.
Who is the real Ice? I have 3. You have 1. You run away from me. But in the meantime, No Fear gets the career kill, but he used his Necrobook for that. So if the enemy pushes, he won't have it to defend the base.
They're doing a very good job keeping the Creequilibrium really far out, so hard for Mineski to push.
But they still need to have a plan on how to win the game, you know?
I mean, step 1 to winning the game is not losing, so...
True.
Confucius once said.
David Zhang, not Confucius.
To win the game, you don't lose. And No Fear is doing a very
If you
good
keep
job.
the game alive, there's always a chance.
Yeah, there you go.
Radiant's bottom shrine is under attack.
I mean, I guess you play for the second Roche, right? You delay, you win one big team fight in front of
I still think
Roche.
it's the same thing, you know. They have to get a jump, kill someone important, because they have the burst if they get the jump.
Yeah. Oh, do they? Clinks is not with them.
Dire's
They
middle tower
definitely need the
is under
Clinks for anything.
Radiant's
Okay.
bottom shrine.
They will find a CM, but not just a CM. Oh, the curse is gonna be there! The kill on Ninja! I mean, they will lose Ninja, I think. Or will they? Ice coming in. Nice Ghost Scepter as well. And now Bloodseeker gets 1 kill. TP up on Silent. He will make it home, barely. Blink forward on Iceberg. Iceberg has BKB, so he can easily dodge that Avalanche if he needs to. But man, like you said, if you focus on one person, you need to be careful of the Wyvern. And the Blink Wyvern just...
But the thing is, like, they don't see the Wyvern, so
Right.
there's nothing they could have done there. There's no vision on the Wyvern.
It is so hard to play against this Mineski lineup.
Speed push, I guess, if you can't fight them face on, head on. They just try to push out all the lanes, but right now, there's no speed push going on. They are forced to defend. Earthshaker is up, he has Echo Slam. And DP has level 3 Exorcism. They have to try and take a fight.
Skeletons going right onto the Rax. Man, look at the damage. Rax is going to go down just as
He
Skeleton.
took the talent,
Yeah.
35 skeleton damage.
That seems to be the
Dire's
default
top tower is under attack.
talent choice these days, right?
Yeah, but I think the strength can also be good. Like certain games, I feel like 15 strength is a lot of HP and damage for Red King.
Sure. I also am curious whether he's going to take the more skeleton talent this game, or does he respect the Necrobook? I mean, so far he hasn't really been dying.
Yeah, because they never take team fights because
Yeah.
they can't fight. So I think the skeletons could be a good selection here this game to end the game faster. And he's gonna have an Aghanims as well.
Windstrike looking to go on Moon. Blink, Echo
Wyvern.
Slam.
Oh, he got stunned.
Oh, Good fissure and a silence afterwards. Wyvern will blink out though. Here comes Mushi on the backline. Mushi gonna take quite a bit of damage. Activates the BKB now. Run towards the Team Iceberg. This is a pretty good team fight for Windstrike. All things considered so far. Ninja Boogie, big ultimate, but not doing enough. Mineski's gonna lose Mushi as well. This is a team fight that you've been talking about all game long, and looks like they're gonna find it. There's a blink curse. They will get the 1 kill.
Yep, that was really good. I don't think he had vision there, but it was just like the fissure.
Lucky fissure.
That got the Wyvern behind.
Yeah.
He just intended to stun the Bloodseeker, but he got the Wyvern. So they were able to, like, this is what I said, this is the only way they can actually win a fight. They kill somebody, they jump with Earthshaker, they kill him right away, and they somehow disable the Wyvern at the same time,
Yeah.
and they take the fight from there.
CM buys back thinking that maybe Windstrike would have been Roshing, or... And regardless, No Fear continue to put more pressure here. Now I feel like Windstrike needs maybe 2 more of those team fights, or at least a team fight into getting an Aegis for themselves.
They definitely have the potential of killing
Yeah.
the Roche easily with their lineup. But I mean, SC is going to be really careful after that happen. Like, it's going to be a lot of it on this Y1's positioning. But since he has a dagger, realistically, how many times is he actually going to get caught?
Yeah, it's
Unless they see him with a ward, maybe. But
Boogie.
they have a gem on the... I think they have a... I remember they had a gem. Yeah, Wraith King has a gem. As long as they make sure they control the vision well, that shouldn't happen. Like you said, Ninja Boogie getting stalked here by the Klings, but he has a Ghost Scepter.
Yeah, he should be fine.
Necro Book.
Alright, immediate Ghost TP out. He's fine. And of course he has
of
the Aeon.
course.
I think he just bought the Aeon at the shop.
Did
Like
he?
he had the recipe
Oh.
in his backpack.
That sucks.
That is some quick buying.
Don't think he would have died anyway.
Yeah, I think he would have been fine.
In the meantime, always wanna fly. Dead again. 13.
Venge life. Walking up the D ward and dies.
No, that's not bench life. That's always wanna fly's life this game. It doesn't matter if he's playing bench or any other hero against those kind of lineup at
Yeah.
a position 5. You're
Position
gonna die.
5, yeah.
And the game going this bad, you're gonna just be... Basically right now, they have to try and do the same thing that happened there. They have to try and jump a call, the Tiny or the Bloodseeker, kill him right away, take the fight from there.
Well, how does Aghanim Scepter change that, right? Because if... Aghanim Scepter on Wraith King, I mean. Like, once he buys that, sure, you can maybe blow 1 or 2% up, but you still lose a team fight, because...
The guy has 7 seconds to come.
Yeah.
So
Like, they can still, like, Rupture or Avatars or whatever, you know? Man, they're doing a very good job sniping couriers, that's for sure, but...
I think that's the second career kill
Yeah.
this game. But it's not going to stop them from losing the game as of right now. Unless they can find a big team fight. But it's going to be a Aegis refresher. Who has the refresher?
no, that was just second Roche.
Oh, second Roche?
Yeah,
Oh.
Aegis, Cheese. Cheese on the Bloodseeker, Aegis on... Tiny? Yeah, Tiny, by the way, has a Moonshard too. Not double AC.
Wraith King went for a heart.
Yeah.
Instead of the
Dire's
add-in.
bottom tower is under attack.
Oh, interesting. Why heart?
Just a tank absorbing all the damage. I don't think I've ever seen heart on Wraith King.
That to me feels kind of like one of those
You know,
pub bills.
if-
You're
if-
winning
if-
so
You know,
hard.
if you buy heart, I'd rather have Octarine Core.
Sure.
Because you have Radiance. And Octarine Core reduces the cooldown on your ultimate as well, so it makes it so annoying. I think he knows that the game is more or less in the bag, so he's just trying out stuff. Oh, look who he found!
Hey, look at that.
Hey.
These zombies.
So did he get the... which talent did he go for?
He went for the skeleton.
And he's going for a second part, according to his quick buy.
I mean, why not? Alright, Mineski gonna push both lanes at once. And they're just walking straight up the hill. Not too sure what Windstrike could do about this. Lincoln's finish on the Death Prophet, but looks like a little bit too late. Iceberg popping that BKB, running right in. Ice no care in the world. In fact, just runs right into Iceberg. Ninja Boogie on the back line. I mean, Iceberg letting the full ultimate going, but kills nothing. Iceberg still in the front line, doing quite a bit. Blinking back in is No Fear. Ninja Boogie looks like he will eventually go down to the Ghost. Pops the freezing field before he dies. And finally, Mushi blinks in, tossing him away, trying to get the kill. We'll get it with a tree toss. Mineski's like, yeah, we're going to still stay in here. Venge goes down one more time. Mineski will retreat for now.
They're waiting for Daryl to have his ultimate up again. 15 seconds before he has reincarnation. And DP doesn't have ultimate.
Yep. They just essentially outlast Windstrike. No fear. Honestly, this Prophet pick has done a lot for the team, but
Which Prophet?
Nature's Prophet. Death Prophet has felt like not done as much.
I don't know, I feel the Death Prophet actually did more though.
Okay. I mean, I guess he's really all the damage in the fight.
Yeah, he's the damage, like,
Yeah.
still. The Prophet can't really function very well because they didn't really do that. They didn't have a decisive advantage in the laning phase. The laning phase went 50-50 even.
I mean, Prophet, Nature's Prophet is about to finish a Hex, so that's pretty decent. Although, I feel like Windstrike's issue...
Yeah, you disable the hero.
Yeah.
How are you gonna kill
Yeah, I was gonna say, Windstrike's issue is not disable, but more so just raw damage output.
I actually rather he have some, like a vessel maybe. Vessel would have been nice too. Like, no one built an urn on the Radiant team.
Yeah. Silent also, by the way.
Oh, sorry, the bench had an urn.
But Silent also has a Hex finish. Yeah, I mean, the problem with the always want to fly building an urn is you're never gonna get a vessel.
Yeah, but it doesn't change the way they approach the combat, right? If they go on someone and it's not the Wyvern, he freezes him, then what?
Well, so maybe now you get to go on them and the Wyvern simultaneously, right? You Hex the Wyvern as you're going on someone else. Yeah. Really hard to execute.
Yeah, very hard because he has a blink. As long as he plays his cards right, he keeps his distance and they have a gem. It's very unlikely that will happen. I will see.
Ice, hexed up in the front line, tanking it all with his heart. Looks like he will get... No, nothing triggered just fine because he's got the Wyvern backup. Yeah, just Halberg's Halberg the Iceberg. And keeps on going, blinking in, nice baiting out on the BKB. Ice, still looking very healthy. Jab, very patient on the back line. Ice, triggering that. Nice defensive toss back out.
Walking in front of the enemy team.
Yeah.
Give a shit.
Oh, but there is going to be a blink Hex, and that is going to be a kill on the Crystal Maiden.
Yep.
Again, Ice still has that second life. That heart just really paying huge dividends here. Tanking absolutely everything in the front line.
And by the way, Wyvern has Aghanim. Just do
Okay.
it.
For what? I guess sieging? I'm not even sure. I don't think that's a good Aghanim game, honestly.
They're just going meme items like
Yeah.
heart on Wraith King, and then the Wraith King building a second heart, Wyvern building Aghanim, over like refresher.
Oh, look at him. Jab just flying in on the left side. He can fly back out if he wants. He turns it off. Fly, Jabs. Meanwhile, back in the mid lane here, it's going to be another Hex Moon in quite a bit of trouble here without his Wyvern friend. Meanwhile, I heard a curse going on the back line here. Ice, getting the crit, getting the kill. They want the Shaker just walking away. This is turning into a very meme game at the TI stage. Nice defensive Yules, dodging quite a bit of stuns here, but no running away from here with this Blink Dagger disabled by the Radiance. And,
Okay, great. He's gonna buy his heart.
second heart on Ice.
I mean, he has to go.
Oh, he even eats a cheese?
Okay, this game.
Radiant's top barracks are under attack.
I mean, they know the game's over. You know?
Yeah. They're not calling GG because it's TI, but you know, the game is... Yeah, there's a GG. Mineski, a dominant victory,
But not clean. Dominant, but not clean.
but not clean. True. They had the drafting advantage, and honestly, you could probably make a case that Mineski is probably the better team.
I agree.
But Mineski fans should desire a little bit more from this victory, I think.